Alright, welcome back, V.O.C. YouTube channel. Clearly I have the greatest shirt of all time on. This is only comes out on special occasions. If you don't have one of these shirts, you're not a true Tom Brady fan. I'll start out by saying that. It's the greatest shirt of all time. One of my favorites. I only wear it special occasions. Today is, sadly, a special occasion to wear this Tom Brady shirt. Comes out Tom Brady's retiring. We'll get into that. Clearly tell from the title of the video. Talking about Joe Burrow. NFL coaching hirings and all the fucking news with that. And then our Super Bowl is now set officially. Super Bowl, I think 56 is set. We'll break that down, jump right into it. Like I said, special occasion, sad special occasion. Look, it happens in life, right? It's like nobody plays forever. Thought Tom maybe would. I mean, he's bionic. He's a fucking robot. But first, look, my picks went 1-1. I got the Bengals-Chiefs game wrong. I thought the Chiefs would win. The Chiefs had a shot to win. You won the fucking coin toss, motherfuckers. Talking about how great you are and you can always win the coin toss, blah, 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 blah. You don't fucking do it. Bengals got me, but the Rams saved me. I picked the Rams over the Niners. I've been on Niners. And I knew the Rams were going to win that game. So, it is what it is. Chiefs, you fucked me. And Patrick Mahomes, you fucked me. Andy Reid, you fucked me. But 1-1, Super Bowl set, clean slate. Interesting matchup. Like I said, I'll get to that later. But first, I want to get to Tom Brady's officially retiring, announced today. Over the weekend, reports came out from Adam Schefter and Jeff Darlington of ESPN that Tom Brady would retire. That sent the media world on fire. Until reports from Tampa, Tom's agent, and Tom's dad said Tom hadn't retired yet and was still deciding on what to do. ESPN stuck with their reports, though, and their insiders, and waited for Tom to finally make the decision. But kept rolling with it. It was very interesting to see, you went on, ESPN Monday morning when I got up, and it was still rolling. Tom, Sunday, Tom, it was still rolling to Tom reports. It was interesting to see because one side, as a journalist student here, I'll get a little empathetic or okay, my take on it. It was good and bad journalism because of the fact it's good, you got the report, you had this report, you wanted to get it out. You wanted to be the first on it, hop on it. So that's good from that point. And sticking with your guns. Now, I bet they were a little nervous as reporters, as insiders, to then when it was kind of retracted, but they stuck with their guns. I give them credit. And then there's a bad side of journalism, in my opinion, of Tom wanted to make the decision on his own. That's why they came out. He hasn't decided yet. I think it was Tom throwing them off a little bit because Tom at the time did not want to do it or say it. He wanted to be the first one to say it. So you have that argument of you could have just broke your relationship as a reporter, as an insider with Tom if anything in the future ever happens. That is, like I said, it was good and bad to put the report out, without a doubt. Good and bad, but it was one of those where I think it threw Tom off because I don't think Tom thought he was going to say it. That's why he kind of retracted of I haven't decided yet. He was going to retire all along, but he just hadn't fully. He wanted to say it first. That news came today, Tuesday around 9:30, 10-ish. When Tom went on Instagram to say he was done playing football. Tom posted the longest Instagram post that you can, 9 pages. The first page is a picture of him so this picture is when he returned to the Patriots. People have figured that out, when he's with the Bucs. And he just goes off of thanking people, thanking everybody. I'll read the first page here because I'm not going to read it all. I've always believed in the sport of football as an all-in proposition. Yeah, I don't know. I don't even want to read this. I'm so sad, right? I haven't even really thought about it. It's just now hitting me as I'm reading this now of man, Tom Brady's retiring. It hasn't hit me yet. It's slowly starting to. That's why I'm paused. If 100% competitive commitment isn't there, you won't succeed, and success is what I love so much about our game. This is a physical, mental, and emotional challenge every single day. that has allowed me to maximize my highest potential, and I have tried my very best these past 22 years. There are no shortcuts to success on the field or in life. This is difficult for me to write, but here it goes. I am not going to make that commitment, that competitive commitment anymore. I have loved my NFL career, and now it is time to focus my time and energy on other things that require my attention. Like I said, slow to read that. Tom is my all-time favorite football player, and people are going to chirp me because I'm a Notre Dame fan. He went to Michigan. I don't give a shit. I didn't root for him at Michigan. Neither did you, Michigan fans. So don't even fucking talk about, oh, Tom did. You didn't fucking like Tom until he won his first Super Bowl. Get the fuck out of town. So this day's hard for me, right? Like, I wrote it down here. I'm not shocked, but I don't know an NFL without Tom. Like, last week I was like, you know what? I wouldn't be shocked if he retires, but I thought he'd come back. Yeah, I did, because 45 was like, this is what he said. I get it. Family, love. Football has to come in the rear view now, right? But I've lived 22 years on this earth. Tom's played 22 years. I don't know an NFL without fucking Tom Brady. So this is why it's hard, right? It's like when you see your, like, first of all, it shows I'm getting older. But it also shows, like, fuck, these guys are not immortal. They don't play forever. And it just happens. He goes on to thank the Bucks, City of Tampa, Bruce Arians, Alex Guerrero, his Pliability TB12 guy. Without him, Tom is not where he is today. Don Yee, who is clearly his agent, if you didn't know. His parents, his wife, playing career, and then his future endeavors he talked about. Boston fans were all pissy because he didn't thank them. First of all, he fucking thanked you when he left Boston and the Patriots to go play for the Bucks. He thanked you, loved you, all that. The Patriots did post something and he reposted it, said thank you, Pat. So it's like, look, Tom doesn't have to fucking thank anybody. Tom could have just came out and said, I'm done, and then said, didn't have to go on and say it all. So for Pats fans to get all pissy, that's retarded. That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. This guy gave everything to you for 20 years, gave you 6 fucking Super Bowls, and is the greatest fucking player your team will ever see, your city will probably ever see. And it's like, just fucking let the guy go out in peace. And like I said before, he said goodbye to you when Belichick did not re-sign him. So it just happens, right? Greatest career of all time, GOAT, clearly. I don't know what else to say. I mean, I'm still in shock, right? It hasn't fully hit me. He's retired. It won't hit me until next football season when he's not out there. But look, I think Tom's going to be one of those guys, kind of like a Joe Montana, where he doesn't come around football. I think once he's done, because in his mind, if it does anything with football, he's got to be doing it 100%. So therefore, I think Tom kind of just goes away a little bit on the football side. Like, you'll see him do brand stuff and other things, but he'll focus on things that aren't football, because in his mind, if I'm still focusing on football, I might as well be playing. So yeah, one hell of a career. If you're a young kid or just any of age and we got to watch Tom play, be grateful for what we saw. Be 1,000% grateful. Guys like that do not come around very often. Once in a generation player, and just be grateful you got to see him, and don't complain he's retiring or whatever. Just be grateful. And to the Bucks, you guys are fucked. You guys are fucked. You have no quarterback, and you have no plan now. And Tom gave you relevancy, which you haven't had since 2002 when you guys won the fucking Super Bowl. He saved you. I will end with this. Tom, I've never met you. You never see this in your life, but I love you and thank you. Without you, my Sundays wouldn't have been as fucking heart-pelting and as fun to watch. Because as the Bears stunk, I was cheering for you, and it made my life 1,000 times better. And yet again, Tom, I love you. All right, I got to get away from Tom before I start crying, probably. It just happens in life. So the head coaching hirings, GM hirings, the Bears, my team. We hired Matt Eberflus. Fun name to say. As our head coach. He's the defensive coordinator, our former defensive coordinator. And then we hired Brian Poles from the Chiefs as our GM. I mean, it's not what I wanted. I wanted Harbaugh, obviously. I wanted Brian Daboll, obviously. That didn't happen. But I think Eberflus can be very good. I like what he said yesterday in his press conference. Told the defense, look, ready to get your track shoes on. We're going to run, be physical. That's what the Bears are about. He hires the Packers quarterback coach to be the offense coordinator. So I think if he just if he helps Justin Fields, I'm good with that, because that's the fucking franchise. The defense isn't. Defense is old. It's all on Justin Fields. If he can do that, I think we'll be great. Ryan Poles, I don't know until the guy starts drafting and signing players until he's good or not. He ain't got much to fucking work with for draft-wise this year. But it's just nice to have fresh faces, fresh eyes on things. Things are going to change. I'm all about it because we sucked. The Raiders went to fucking New England and got their 2 people. Josh McDaniels, the Patriots offensive coordinator, who was the Denver Broncos coach for like 2 or 3 years when they drafted Tebow. And then Dave Ziegler was kind of the de facto Patriots GM. They're now with the Raiders. I mean, Josh McDaniels is, I think, a really good offensive coordinator. It'll be interesting to see how he's kind of evolved over the past 10, 12 years. As an assistant under Belichick again. So, it'll be interesting to see. I don't know. I'm not going to sit here and be like, oh, that's an A+. I don't fucking know. You don't know, until you fucking see it happen, right? The Giants with Brian Daboll, the Bills offense coordinator, and Joe Shane. This fucking guy's name, I don't get it. He's from Elkhart. Graduated from Elkhart. I think it's Joe Shane, but it's spelled weird. He was with the Bills as well. I liked Brian Daboll a lot. I think he, other than Harbaugh, was the best candidate out of the NFL assistants. They got a lot to fucking do with the Giants. Giants suck. So it'll be interesting to see how that works out. But yeah, I mean, it's a hire. They got to find a quarterback and kind of figure out what they want to do. I mean, it's tough to sit here and be like, oh, this one bad. You don't fucking know. You don't know till a guy or a GM gets in there and starts doing stuff, if they're good or bad. So it's hard to see and be like, I love it, I hate it. The Broncos hired Nathaniel Hackett, the Packers offensive coordinator. Look, this is a play to get Aaron Rodgers. And if they're going to deny it, no, it's not. Yeah, it is. Aaron Rodgers loved Nathaniel Hackett as offense coordinator. He got interviewed by Atlanta last year. Aaron Rodgers actually called the Falcons and said, you got to hire this guy. This guy's amazing. This is all a play to get Rodgers. And I'm not hating on it if I'm the Broncos, because fuck, if that's what you need, fucking do it. So I get it. Now there's still 5 jobs still open. The Saints, Dolphins, Texans, Jags, Vikings. I mean, the Jaguars, this thing should have been fucking wrapped up. Byron Leftwich is sitting there. They're over fucking thinking it. The Dolphins, I think they're in for Harbaugh. The Vikings are interviewing Harbaugh today or tomorrow. It's a fucking report. I don't fucking get it right now. But Harbaugh is in Minnesota, interviewing with the Vikings. I don't think Harbaugh to the Vikings sounds good. I wouldn't take the Vikings job if I was Harbaugh. You have no quarterback. But I think he's doing it for a couple reasons. One guy in Minnesota said that there's a guy they like that hasn't accepted the job, so they're maybe thinking and maybe pushing that guy towards accepting. He knows the GM. They worked together for 2 years in San Francisco. But I think this is a play to get him to go to the Dolphins. I think this is showing the Dolphins over Stephen Ross, who is a Michigan graduate. Look, I can go to the Vikings as well. If you want me, come fucking get me. I think him to the Dolphins is going to happen. I think Jim's going to leave. I do believe that. And I think that the Vikings is a head scratcher, but I think it's a play of look, I can go here if, And Stephen Ross, I know, said, well, I'm not going to take Jim from my team. That doesn't mean you're not going to give Jim an offer that shows, hey, I can leave on my own. So maybe that's what the Vikings thing's opening up too. Look, this isn't the only, I was considered the Vikings as well. So it wasn't oh, I just want to go here. I think Jim to the Dolphins is the smart play. These other job openings, I mean, I think if you're the Saints, do you just hire within and continue on your culture? The Texans, I think this is Brian Flores' job. I don't know why it's taking so fucking long. I think they're trying to figure out if they can get Deshaun Watson to stay. All right, now moving on to one part of the Super Bowl. This will be a big storyline. I want to jump ahead of it. with the 2 weeks we have here, I want to talk about Joe Burrow, or whatever they call him, right? There's some Joe franchise. You can't call him Joe Cool because that's Joe Montana. Kids, fucking read it. You can't have the same fucking nickname. The title of this video is Joe Burrow is the next great one. Yes, he is. And I'm going to tell you why right here. Wrote a little paragraph. This is what I've been doing now. I did the same thing with the Brady story. I like writing out a little full page and then I elaborate with what I say. So here it goes. Joe Burrow can carry not just a franchise, but a city/a state. When he was at LSU, Joe was one of the most beloved players in college history. He won the Heisman and led the Tigers to a national title, proving he was the true #1 pick that year. But before the 2020 draft, people around the NFL said he should tell the Bengals not to draft him and try to go to a bigger city. But Joe didn't go that route, and he got drafted by the Bengals and went to work. Even though his rookie season was cut short, he still worked to change the franchise. Coming into this season, many had the Bengals picked to be a bottom 10 team last in their division. Very true. I didn't think the Bengals would be fucking good. I didn't think the Bengals would be good till a week ago. But fucking Joe Burrow does it again, right? Where was I? Joe looked at that and got to work leading the Bengals to an AFC North title and a Super Bowl appearance. Burrow is special and proves just how great he is by leading the Bengals to their first Super Bowl since 1988. This fucking guy continues to impress me, right? Like, I said the Bengals were a year or two away. Like, they need more pieces. The offensive line's fucking horrible. He gets sacked 9 times against the Titans. Guess what? They fucking win the motherfucking game. They come into the Chiefs game, I'm like, they're not ready yet. They are not ready yet. It reminded me kind of like when Andrew Luck went and played the Pats in the AFC Championship game. It was 14 and they lost. I was like, this kind of feels like that. You're here a little too early. Joe Burrow's like, you know what, fuck that. I'm coming in, wearing my glasses, wearing my fucking chain, looking cool, under pressure. I'm winning it. This fucking guy proves if there's a fucking quarterback out there that says, I can't win here with what I have and the organization suck, they need to shut the fuck up. Like, the first one that comes to mind is like an Aaron Rodgers. It's like, you fucking, if you're so great, why the fuck can't you do what this guy did? This guy's done in 2 years what you fucking haven't been able to do in how long? Carry a fucking team and take them to the fucking heights. A team like the Bengals, mind you. And I get, yeah, Aaron Rodgers won a Super Bowl, blah, blah, blah. But Aaron Rodgers is at a fucking premier franchise. Joe Burrow's with the fucking Bengals. Over the last 5 years, they've had the worst fucking winning percentage in the NFL. I mean, this fucking team has sucked over the years. Sucked. Carson fucking Palmer retired because he didn't want to play for the Bengals anymore. This guy fucking walks in, he's like, yeah, I'll take us to the Super Bowl. And you know what? We have so much fucking energy and we have so much determination we could fucking win this motherfucker. That's how this guy thinks. He's cool, calm, collective. This fucking guy, he proves you wrong. He puts his head down and he fucking works. This guy fucking works, man. He tore his ACL last year, so everybody's like, oh, you know, who knows? And then he fucking comes in this year and it's like, dude, like, I don't give a fuck. I can play. This is how I do it. Like, this is why Joe Burrow is going to be a problem for the next couple 20 years. Because this fucking guy has proved already he's mature enough, he's cool enough, he handles pressure enough to fucking carry a franchise that sucks to heights is never seen before. I am so impressed with Joe Burrow. Like, I didn't think that this would happen this quick. Now, what he's going to do for the rookies coming in these next few years, he's going to fucking ruin them because they're going to be like, who the fuck's Joe Burrow? Like, could you be that fucking guy? So, I mean, you can put a lot of NFL quarterbacks behind the Bengals fucking team, and they would not be where they are today. Joe Burrow makes this fucking thing tick, and he has changed a franchise. So, it is impressive to watch. And I'm not one of those guys who will sit up here and be like, oh, blah, 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 blah. No, I'll say where I was wrong. I was wrong on the Bengals. I thought they were a year or two too early. I just thought they were. Well, fuck it. They're like, fuck you guys. I can do it now. Impressive as fuck. That is why Joe Burrow will be the next one out. Joe Burrow has every intention to be the next great one. He reminds me so much of a fucking quarterback that just comes in, shuts his mouth, fucking plays football, gets it done, and he's just so confident in himself. Just so confident in himself, his team. He gives players that aren't very good confidence, like that offensive line. A lot of guys in the NFL couldn't do what he did, and when you hear players bitch about, I can't overcome this and I can't overcome that, he's like, fuck that, dude. Like, I didn't even think about this till now, but he's like the complete opposite of Matthew Stafford, right? Like, Stafford kind of had the same fucking situation and couldn't do shit. And I get that's the Lions. With the Lions and the Bengals, you could make an argument right there. Scummy fucking franchises. Fucking Matt Stafford couldn't do shit. Joe Burrow's like, fucking watch me, dude. In the second year, fucking we'll go to the Super Bowl. And he had a great wide receiver. So did Stafford. So it's like the similarities are very similar in the situations. And Joe Burrow just overcomes that shit. I'm not saying Stafford's bad, because clearly his team's in the Super Bowl. But it's like, when these fucking guys bitch about they can't do something, watch fucking Joe Burrow. This guy doesn't give a fuck. He rips it, dips it, and fucking plays football. Alright, Super Bowl's now set, clearly, as I just fucking glamored over Joe Burrow. Tom's retiring, so I need a new quarterback to watch. Maybe it's Joe Burrow. I haven't decided yet. Still Justin Fields bandwagon as Bears fan. He'll win us about 4 or 5 Super Bowls, a couple MVPs, Hall of Fame, gold jacket. He'll have one of those. Look, the Bengals outplayed the Chiefs. Didn't see that coming. Like I said, I thought the Chiefs would win. The Chiefs got cute, right? Like, they got too comfortable in what they have been over the last years since Mahomes played. Just like the last play in the first half. Dumbest fucking play ever, but it's one of those where it's like they fucking pull those plays all the fucking time that they were like, fuck it, we can do this. And that's what Mahomes thinks, and this is how Andy Reid thinks, and Eric Bieniemy thinks. Like, they've done some shit that we could never fucking imagine a team doing. So it's like, fuck it, we'll do it. 4 seconds, fuck it. Give it to Tyreek Hill. You know how many fucking crazy plays he's made? And when they lose, that is what bites them in the ass. It's like, when they can't make those crazy plays or those crazy stuff, that's what bites them in the ass. And the crazy thing is, I don't think that game was as much as the Chiefs lost it as the fucking Bengals took it from them. After they didn't get a touchdown or even a field goal there, the Bengals felt comfortable, like, we've been here before, we were down this much when we beat them a month ago, and they said, we can fucking do it, right? And they did. And the Bengals defense dominated. They outplayed them, they outsmarted them. They made Mahomes have to think more than what he had to, because they'd bring 3, drop 8, and it was like, holy shit. God damn. It was nuts. I mean, and the Bengals their defense opened the eyes of, like, everybody in the NFL. They definitely opened the Rams' eyes of, like, okay, this team is way better than we thought. And then when the Chiefs got the ball at the coin toss for overtime, I'm like, this fucking game's over. I literally tweeted, I was like, Patrick Mahomes almost just lost the game with a fumble, and now he's going to go down and score a touchdown to win it in overtime. Like, that time was fucking, like, he does some stupid shit, and then he comes right back and does some crazy shit, and you're like, oh, fuck. Like, fuck what he just did 5 minutes ago. He just won. Did you see what he fucking did? That's what bit them in the ass, and that's why the Chiefs lost. The Bengals outplayed them, and they got too comfortable and, like, we've done this so many times. The Rams finally beat the Niners after losing 6 straight times. I thought the Rams would win. Better team with quarterback-wise. Like, they're more talented on top, especially at quarterback. Stafford, like, showed a lot to me of, like, whoa, when they beat the Bucs, because I thought he was going to fucking choke that last drive, and he didn't. That showed me a lot. Jimmy G ain't the guy anymore for the 49ers. Like, I think that is, like, proven number one. When the 49ers had the lead at halftime, I was like, this is not good for them. Them playing with the lead is, like, not what they do. Or Kyle Shanahan. Like, him playing with the lead is not what he does. Like, he fucked up 28-3 Super Bowl. Fucking Super Bowl against the Chiefs, he fucked up. And then Sunday, he's not good. He's better when you're down behind and he can fucking rile you up and he gets you to go. But when they were leading, I knew it was over. Cooper Kupp is fucking amazing. If you don't think that guy's a top 5 wide receiver, you don't know football. It doesn't matter what he does, he's always open. Like, some guys are just like that. Like, he does shit that other people wish they could do at the wide receiver position. Odell has really transformed this team. Has proved the Browns they're idiots and they're a scummy franchise. Aaron Donald is a fucking tank. Von Miller trade looked out very well. I mean, it's just Jalen Ray. I mean, just all the talent that they have, it comes together. Sean McVay's built this team of, like, and Les Snead of, like, okay, we're going to have the most talented team, and we're going to have our stars dominate, and if they don't, we lose. If they do, we win. So now, for back-to-back years, a team is going to play the Super Bowl in their home stadium. The Rams are not the home team, no. They will be the away team. And it'll be interesting to see. I will talk about the Super Bowl next week, clearly, because we have a week leading up to the Super Bowl. 2 weeks leading up to the Super Bowl. I will talk about that next Super Bowl week. But it'll be very interesting. I think the Rams right now are 3.5, 4-point favorite. It could go up. It could go down. It'll be interesting to see how that works out, too. But look, that's going to do it for today's show. My TB12 shirt on. The GOAT. Tom, I love you. I mean, it just happens. Careers fall. It fades. Happens. At some point, it had to be done, right? Joe Burrow is going to be fucking spectacular for the next 20 fucking years of his career. Super Bowl set. A lot fucking going on. A lot more to dish out. Everything is going fucking wild right now in the NFL, right? Like I said, I'll break down Super Bowl next week. Thanks for watching.